What's good, YouTube? It's your boy NYC Mike, man, and I'm back with another reaction video. You already know what it do. And today we're gonna be reacting to another It's Complicated Street interview, man. Y'all already know I always tune into these videos, man. But today, the title of the video is "Solution is Prostitution." But without further ado, we're gonna hop straight into it. I'm not gonna waste y'all time. But I need y'all to do me a favor. Make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. And most of all, turn on those post notifications so you get notified when I upload a new video. So without further ado, we're going to hop straight into it.
They say they don't need a man.
I mean, because if they want to go 50-50 on things, I just don't need them.
Because there's a lot of bum-ass men out in the world who don't do enough so us women can supply for ourselves now.
Because they're feminists and they like to be feminists.
If a man has friends, doesn't want kids, hires a maid and hires a prostitute, why would a man need a woman?
I don't know how to answer this question.
Because of human connection, of meaningful connection, to correct myself. Just, there's nothing that replaces the authenticity of a partnership.
Right, there you go.
Men need women in a sense because, you know, I don't know, like, they need our love. You know what I mean?
True. You can't really get true intimacy with a prostitute. You can bust a nut, but that's about it.
Why do women proudly chant, "Pussy runs the world," but then also complain guys only want sex?
I don't know why they complain about that, but pussy definitely runs the world.
Because they're delusional, and they're entitled, and they think everything revolves around them. That's why. You know what I'm saying? That's why.
Can make a man do a lot of things.
Does pussy actually run the world, or does it just control the men who built and maintain the world?
You know what? I feel attacked by that statement.
Because men cannot live without sex. And it really does run the world.
I think it only controls weak men. I don't think strong men. In fact, the men that rule the world, pussy bends for them. You know what I mean? They, don't control a strong man. A strong man can replace the woman.
Women rule the world, but she just manages it.
Do you think there was ever a time when pussy didn't run the world?
No. Women's always been the neck of the foundation. The men is just the head. We draw shit.
Wouldn't that mean women...
Of course. You look like a typical... Just look at you. All that makeup. I want to see what you look like without that makeup on. Because I know there's a lot about you we don't know about under that makeup. And what is you talking about women are the foundation? No, they are not. Men have always been the foundation of society and civilization. Since the beginning of time. Men are responsible for sacrificing themselves in World War II. So that women and children are safe. You feel me? That's the privilege of being a woman. You don't have to go to war, but a man does. You get what I'm saying? A man is willing to die just to protect people that don't care about his sacrifice. You feel me? You have so many women out here that are just so ungrateful, and they just think everything is about them, and they don't appreciate what men has done for society and civilization, man. You literally have women that look down on men that are plumbers, construction workers, electricians, you get what I'm saying, lumberjacks. These are people that are responsible for us having electricity in our homes, that are responsible for us having a house and a roof over our heads and stuff like that. These are the same type of women that bash dudes like that. But if it wasn't for those dudes, you wouldn't have no electricity. You wouldn't have a roof over your head. But you be on this feminist bullshit that you be on, and you think everything is about you. It's just like, you know, that's when I get a little irritated, because it's like they can't take no accountability. You get what I'm saying? They can never admit when they're wrong. And she's over here talking about women don't need men. No. What it really is that we both need each other. Men need women, and women need men. It's just that simple. Y'all already know what the true answer is. I don't even know why I'm further explaining. I'm going to just continue playing the video.
Women always had power?
Yes, but But men cannot accept women having power, so we just have to stand in the back and pretend that we don't have power and use a reverse psychology and just like pretend that we don't, because they like to say they right, so we just like, all right.
Just shut up. You drunk, you intoxicated, you have alcohol in your system. Like, just shut up. You don't know what you're talking about. Of course you're drinking and of course you're drunk. You don't know what you're talking about, bro. Like, you're not even sober right now. You're intoxicated.
And give you the idea, and then you just say, yeah, it's your idea. Okay.
So why are women complaining about past oppression if they always had pussy power?
They want equal rights, and that's bullshit.
Personally, I just think they kind of like are backwards in their reasoning on most things. You know what I mean? They want to feel a certain amount of power, and that's the only thing that they can kind of reach to say that they have this power over males. So,
do you think there was ever a time when pussy didn't run the world?
Probably not, no.
Wouldn't that mean that women always had power?
Yeah, they definitely did, but we just make men do all the, hard labor work.
Women say they want equal rights, but then when a man talk...
If men didn't do that, all the hard labor work that she just described, civilization itself would not exist. So I think what these women are not understanding is that the reason why we have progressed the way that we have as far as civilization goes, it's because of men. Do you see women out here being construction workers and building stuff and creating technological devices and inventing things? When it comes to inventors, construction workers, electricians, plumbers, when it comes to these type of jobs, right? It's mostly men. So to say that women run the world, it's just kind of crazy to me. Like, you know what I'm saying?
To them the way they talk to another man, then they say, oh, you're offending me, or oh, you're doing this. But if you want equal rights and you want to be treated equally, then it has to be like always. Like, it can't just be like, oh, I'm gonna put my hand on a man, and then like when he does it back, like, oh, I'm a woman. But you want equal rights, or you want to like put yourself in a man position, but then you don't want like the actions to come. But only actions you want is beneficial actions.
How many female-dominated industries...
Wow, she actually says something that I actually agree with, even though she's drunk.
...that aren't related to sex or beauty?
Not a lot, and that should change. Society it's set up for that.
How do we change that?
Great question. Let women take over. Change the mindsets.
No.
How many female-dominated industries can you think of that aren't related to sex or beauty?
Christina Aguilera. She is my idol. Janis Joplin, she's my idol. I am a singer-songwriter, and they have never based sex off of their career because they're so talented to do that.
How many female-dominated industries can you think of that aren't related to sex or beauty?
Not one. Not one.
Are men more likely to use power to get sex, or are women more likely to use sex to get power?
Ooh. I think women are more likely to use sex to get power.
What is the difference between sexually empowering women versus sexually objectifying?
I personally don't think there is a difference. I think those are the same thing, one and the same. I think they basically are... It's almost like if someone's using reverse psychology on you, like they want to be able to use your sexuality to advertise things. They want to be able to use your sexuality for whatever purpose that they twist the woman into. All they have to do is, it's kind of like in the Bible, they said, no, you should want to be like God. Or the serpent said, you could be like God. The woman falls into that very easily. So her head gets blown up, call it empowerment, and she'll do whatever she thinks is empowering.
So isn't it entirely subjective?
Yes, all of it.
Do you think the sexual empowerment of women in any way contributes to their own objectification?
Yes. I think it's all a trick to take advantage of them.
Most female-dominated industries are sex or beauty-related, correct?
Yes. That's the way things are right now. That should change.
Well, right, but why would women want to give up their power if they can use it to,
Because it shouldn't be the only power that we're able to hold in society.
Well, whether it should...
When you don't give women...
But it is, though. So, like, what point are you trying to make? It is. That is all the power you have. You don't have any other power other than that. You get what I'm saying? So, What are you talking about?
Women a fair chance to gain power, they're gonna do whatever it takes.
Well, is there anything stopping women from getting power any other way?
Yes, men.
Well, I mean, but men also give women their power, correct?
What? Men? Really? So men are stopping you from gaining power? When we live in a society now where everyone has equal opportunity. As a woman, you can become a CEO of a company if you wanted to. There are female billionaires out there. It's not a lot of them, but they're out there. You get what I'm saying? So, nobody's saying that it's not impossible, but how is men stopping you from gaining power? See? And this is that feminist bullshit that I be talking about. And she looks like a feminist. She just looks like a typical feminist. Look at her. Colored eyes, piercings on her nose, colored hair. Like, you know, she just looks crazy. You get what I'm saying? I don't know if y'all ever noticed, but all these feminists, they all tend to look weird or crazy. I don't know what it is, but it's just, they're either bald-headed, don't really have no hair. Their wardrobe choices are very concerning, and they usually look like this. You know what I'm saying? They usually look like this. That's tough.
Not enough of it.
Well, obviously, if all
Not
the
in
men,
the ways it matters.
if all the men in the world were gay, how would women get power?
Because they're fucking women.
What does that mean?
What does that mean? Like, what are
They're
you saying?
strong and better than men.
Well, right, but I'm
Just
saying
shut
if women
up.
couldn't use
Just shut
sex
up.
to control men,
You're a
then
troll.
how would they get power?
You don't know what you're talking about. Just
Skip.
you
Women
look like
are
you
more likely
drugged.
to use sex to get power.
What is the difference between sexually empowering women versus sexually objectifying women?
Okay, sexually empowering women would definitely mean like uplifting and like complimenting, like, "Ooh, girl, you look good, but not too close," you know, because it could easily be turned into, "Ooh, girl, you look too good. That's a whole ass snack," and then now that's harassment. So there's a fine line in between the two.
Well, isn't it entirely subjective?
Subjective to your own intentions, yes. Like, so maybe your tone of voice or your implication in the fact, or however you were trying to come off at the matter, you know. So I think it all has to do with the subject to intention, right? Men don't have a say in women's sex life.
Oh my gosh,
Do you think
bro.
the sexual empowerment of women in any way contributes to their own objectification?
No.
Does the fact that porn and OnlyFans exist prove that women are okay being objectified as long as they're getting paid?
No. It means that we can use our body the way that we want to without men's control.
Do you consider...
But that still doesn't change the fact that, oh my gosh, man, these females are lost cause, man. These females are lost cause, and I can understand why dudes are now starting to, like, you know, date outside of America. Now I understand why there are dudes out here that are just, they're giving up on dating and stuff like that, and they're wanting to date females from like other countries and stuff. Now I get it. Now I understand. At first I didn't get it. You feel me? At first I was like, oh, we shouldn't give up, guys. You know what I'm saying? There are, you know, not all women are like this. And it's true, not all women are like her. You get what I'm saying? But the majority, yes. Yes, the majority is like her. You get what I'm saying? So the percentage of females that aren't like her is very small. You know what I'm saying? Which is sad. You know what I'm saying? Because then that means the majority of women that we see on a day-to-day basis pretty much has her mentality. You get what I'm saying? Which is very concerning. You get what I'm saying? Very concerning. But yeah, man, this is crazy, man. They're a lost cause. These two are a lost cause.
Consider sex work to be real work?
Yes. Yes. And if you don't, you suck.
Why are women more accepting
crazy,
of women who
man.
can sell sex, but are less likely to accept
crazy.
a man who can buy it?
Because it's empowering to be able to do what you want with your body when you want to be able to do it.
But isn't that like...
So being a slut is empowering. That's basically what she's saying. Look at her. You know what I'm saying? I ain't mean to pose it on her face like, but she just looks crazy, man. She just looks crazy. She's not wifey material at all. What dude would take a girl like this serious? You know what I'm saying? So being a whore is empowering. Being a slut is empowering. Selling your body for money is empowering. That's basically what she's saying. Because men are not controlling you and telling you what to do, right? And you're able to do these things, that's what makes it empowering, right? She's brainwashed. She's brainwashed.
Like shaming your own customers?
No.
Well, how can you be a victim of your own product?
Because it's my fucking body. My body, my choice. My body, my choice.
Why do women often claim victimhood by the very thing they use to empower themselves?
I believe in that question. I do believe that. Women they do that Me Too shit, and I don't believe in that. Like, you say you want to, like, empower yourself and then use this as, like, you know, like a beneficial factor, but then you claim victim, and I think it's just a money aspect.
Does the fact that porn and OnlyFans exist prove that women are okay being objectified as long as they're getting paid?
Yes. Yeah.
Do you consider sex work to be real work?
No. Well, yeah, for porn stars and OnlyFans, because they get that dough. They're millionaires off OnlyFans.
Why is porn legal?
They're not millionaires. You can tell she knows nothing about money, because they're not millionaires. You know what I'm saying? They're not millionaires. They're definitely not billionaires, but they're not even millionaires. So, yes, they're making a lot of money off of that stuff, but these people that go into that line of work, they're not very smart when it comes to finances. That's why when these people do, like, you know, adult film industry, when people go into the adult film industry and when people go into OnlyFans, they're not going about it in the long term. They're just going about it for the here and now. And once, you know, and when these ladies, when they start getting that fast money, they get so accustomed to it to the point where it's like they don't even know how to be smart with their money. You get what I'm saying? They go out and buy all these expensive clothes and jewelry and Birkin bags, right? Because they're so materialistic, you feel me? And just really not smart with their bread. And yeah, man, and they end up going broke, you feel me? So they turn to other things that can also make them fast money. And it's just a never-ending cycle. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I don't consider those jobs real work. Real work is something that you actually have to consistently grind and spend a lot of hard work and effort on a daily basis. You get what I'm saying? That is what real work to me is. You get what I'm saying? Something that you really have to spend a lot of time learning and just putting all your effort into on a daily basis. It doesn't take a lot of hard work and effort to be a whore. It really doesn't. You feel me? Like any girl can be a whore. You get what I'm saying? So that's why I don't consider it real work. But that's just my opinion.
Goal, but prostitution isn't.
Tell me that. Why? And tell me this. Why can you go out and have sex with 20 million men for free and then not to have, but as soon as you want to put a price on your worth, it's illegal? Hello. That's the question.
Do you believe all adults have sexual needs?
Of course.
Of course, and you couldn't
Buy
live
a
life.
vibrator.
You could not live without sex. It's impossible.
Should lonely men be expected to satisfy their sexual needs by watching porn?
Yes and no.
What?
If they're really desperate, then yes. But if they can wait for a woman, then they should not watch porn.
They can. If that's what they want, then I think that it should go that way. Or buy prostitutes.
If so, why would men still crave sex when porn is free and available all over the internet?
Because you don't get you know how long it takes for you to find the right porn?
Because women don't understand that
She's
men
drunk.
actually
Stop
are
interviewing
more
her.
horny than
Stop
women
interviewing her.
themselves.
She's drunk.
And they actually need a sex life, otherwise they cannot function at all. And I know that because I've had like ex-boyfriends that cannot live without sex.
Do you consider sex work to be real work?
Not really, no.
But do you think most women consider sex work to be real work?
Yeah,
Yes.
the empowerment thing, trying to, make it sound like it's more than it is so that they can feel good about it kind of thing. But I don't believe it is real work at all.
Why are women more accepting of women who can sell sex but are less likely to accept a man who can buy it?
Ooh, that's a good question. More double standards. Just they don't like reality very much.
Isn't that shaming your own customers?
Yeah, I believe so, yeah.
Isn't that like complaining about crackheads while you're selling crack?
Exactly the same, yeah.
If prostitution was legal, do you think we'd have a better society?
No.
Not really, to be honest with you. I can't say I think we'd be better.
No, we wouldn't. We wouldn't have a better society.
Yes, I do consider sex work is real work. We're the work of all time. We're gonna last longer than any other industry. We've been here all before, okay, and we're still gonna be here. When computers and everything take over, they're still gonna want a physical woman to get it done. Okay, we're gonna be here.
If prostitution was legal, do you think we'd have a better society?
Yes.
Why?
Everybody would be happy.
You look crazy. Y'all saw her? She just looks crazy. Look at her face. Look at her face. You know what I'm saying? That's just all Botox right there. That's just all Botox. It's nothing natural about her face at all. You know what I'm saying? So of course she would say yes. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Why?
To old school values more so than this like do you boo boo type of thing that's going on. I think it's more important to re-register ourselves with old school values, being committed, and making that investment into each other and making that commitment, because it's scary, yeah, but it means something. It means a lot more.
Do you think the solution could be prostitution, the world's oldest institution?
Yes. I don't see anything wrong with prostitution, as long as it's consensual, legal, and safe.
I think the solution is always prostitution,
But that's the thing, though. Prostitution is not safe, and it's never going to be safe. And why, as a dude, why would you be okay with prostitution? How would you feel if your daughter was a prostitute? I bet you wouldn't be happy about that. If your daughter was a prostitute, you would definitely have a problem with that as a father. Because I know I for sure would have. You get what I'm saying? You over here talking about it. I think it's okay as long as it's safe and consensual and stuff like that. But that's the thing, though. It's not always going to be safe and consensual. And then not only that, but most instances when it comes to prostitution, it doesn't really usually end well. You get what I'm saying? So it's just, I'm surprised as a guy he would be cool with something like that. It really goes to show his mentality and where he's at. It's very concerning.
it's a way of saying like that, because not prostitution is sex work. Because prostitution is like it's like a derogatory term, and it's meant to like say like people on the corner or like a less than person. Sex work is more like therapy, spending time, not just like that, because it's not always that. It's more to, we're more than just that.
Well, what about when it's like done, in brothels as opposed to streetwalkers?
No, okay, so that's when they can put a price on it, then that's when it's okay. But it's like, you're not gonna tax me for my body. Like, how dare you try to tax me, or like I have to pay for your service, like, and I'm the one doing the service. Like, no, I do not believe in that. Like, no, how can you tax us for something that's done for free every fucking day? No.
Wouldn't relationships be built on love rather than sex and manipulation?
I think that the opposite would happen if prostitution was legalized.
Well, if a guy could get sex anytime he wanted, really easily, why would he need to be in a relationship for any reason other than love?
Because if you're in a relationship for love, you should be able to get sex anytime you want to and not find it elsewhere.
Wouldn't women be more accountable and make more effort to create loving relationships?
Yes, I believe so.
Wouldn't it remove any legal liabilities for men trying to get sex?
Yes.
Wouldn't it remove the possibility of rejection?
Yeah.
Wouldn't men be more fulfilled and less angry and violent?
Yes.
Wouldn't it be government regulated and generate tax revenue?
Yeah.
Listen, I'm going to just end the video off on there because the video is getting too long. I'm going to just get my final thoughts. All I'm going to really say is that the moral of the story is, right, as a man, your goal should be to find a woman that is traditional, family-oriented, that wants to have family, have kids, build a community. You get what I'm saying? You could build a bond with that woman and, spend the rest of your life with that woman and die with her. You get what I'm saying? feel like that's what every man should strive for. You get what I'm saying? This whole like prostitution is sexual empowerment, and females are embracing sexualizing themselves, and so that, you know, it's not men controlling them and men telling them what to do and this and that. Alright, you can go be a whore if you want to be a whore and sleep around with multiple dudes and be a slut, then do you. You get what I'm saying? But I just want you to know that when you do things like that, you are putting yourself in a really bad spot that you're not going to get out of.